Hey, Jonathan Allen here from Floodwater Studios. Everything looks a little bit different here tonight. You can tell it's a lot brighter. There's no fancy purple lights in the background. Um, I was really just sitting up here in the studio working on some church stuff. Had to get things ready for Sunday morning, and I was thinking while I was doing everything, I need to start working on my next album. So going through that process in my mind, I put out an album last year in October, Wishful Forgetting. You guys, I mean, we've played different songs for the intros from that album. We have looked at different clips of some of the songs inside Studio One. So you should be kind of familiar with it, even if you haven't listened to the album itself. I know that you've heard some of it just from what we've done here, but that's neither here nor there. But thinking about the next project and trying to think lyrically, how do I want things to go? Um, Obviously writing the music itself. The last album, so Wishful Forgetting, was more of an abridged story of my life, starting at a certain point in my life up until pretty current events within the past, year and a half. And do I want to go more of a concept like that again, or am I just going to put together a great collection of songs? Hopefully, it's one of those things that you really have to think about. So if you're looking into your first album or next album, how do you go through that process? Let me know down in the comment section. But this is how I go through the process here. I have a little black book. Now, this little black book is very beat up and not very appealing to look at. It was a journal that was given to me at an old employer, and I didn't like the employer, so I, you know, had their logo on it. I just took black Sharpie and colored it in, and it was hot while it was in my book bag, taking it in and out. Piece of paper got stuck to it with the sticky Sharpie. So it doesn't look nice, but here is where I write down a lot of my lyric ideas. So, not even necessarily full songs. There are full songs in here. A lot of songs that are on Wishful Forgetting, the lyrics were in here. But also, one thing that I've done throughout the years, not very as consistently as I wanted to, but I have journals too. So, in my journals, this is more day to day stuff. So, what happened that day? How did it make me feel? Not to get gushy for things, but really more on the lines of how could I have reacted differently to something? How can I think differently about something? How can I be a better father, a better husband? How can I be a better person overall? So when I wrote Wishful Forgetting and I started putting those ideas together, these came together and played a big part. So different lyrical ideas, different life events, and kind of just creating the story that way. Um, so I challenge you, whether you are doing an analog with a pencil and paper, um, I'm more of a hybrid model, I guess, if you want to say that. I have a lot of stuff in journals and notebooks, but if you look at my phone also, there's tons of notes in the Apple Notes app, and a lot of memos, voice memos going through. So I'll just like hum a little melody so I don't forget it or something like that. But take the time and actually put thought into everything, and document things, write things down that are happening in your life. And while you're doing that, you're actually building your musical content, because you can go back and reflect on things that have happened in the past and you're like, wow, that's a really interesting story, or that was a really impactful or meaningful story, or a sad story. All of them make great music. So use your life experiences, start documenting things, and I hope your album turns out great, and I hope I can get something going here too. So have a great day. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.